Welcome to my latest 2023 NFL preview. Today I'm breaking down the Atlanta Falcons, and here's how my previews work. I start off with 3 things I like about the Atlanta Falcons, followed by 3 things I don't like. Then we look at the schedule, and at the very end, I break down the yearly win total odds, and I reveal if I'm going to put action down on the Atlanta Falcons. Now let's start off with the first thing I like about the Atlanta Falcons. The first thing is John Robinson. I don't like to put rookies as one of the 3 things I like, but this is different. There hasn't been 3 running backs better coming into the NFL in the last 10 to 15 years than Robinson. This is a true 3-down back with size and breakaway speed. If he stays healthy, he will be one of the 5 best running backs in the National Football League. Again, all he has to do is stay healthy and he will be a star. The second thing I like about the Atlanta Falcons is the offense surrounding Desmond Ridder. First off, this offseason you re-signed both Chris Lindstrom and Caleb McGrary. Then you draft Matthew Burgeon to play next to Jake Matthews on the left side. Ridder should have one of the best offensive lines in football protecting him. You have the before mentioned Robinson, who combines with last year's 5th round draft pick Tyler Aguilar, who ran for over 1,000 yards last year as a rookie, who is a young quarterback's best friend. A great offensive line combined with a very good 1-2 combo at running back, which the Falcons have. But Ridder also has weapons. Rookie Drake London had a solid rookie campaign last year, and both Kyle Pitts and Cordell Patterson both come back from injury. The third thing I like about the Atlanta Falcons is the offseason moves they made in the secondary. You already have big-time studs in Richie Grant and A.J. Terrell. Now you bring in Trey Flowers and Mike Hughes in free agency. Then you also traded for Jeff Okudah. This combined with one of the biggest signings in free agency, getting Jesse Bates over from Cincinnati. You have all the players ready for a great secondary. All they have to do is get on the same page and your secondary is set. To recap the 3 things I like about the Falcons, I like the John Robinson, the offense surrounding Desmond Ridder, and the offseason's improvements in the secondary. Before I go over the 3 things I don't like about the Falcons, make sure you smash that like button. And this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Now, 3 things I don't like about the Atlanta Falcons. First thing I don't like about the Atlanta Falcons is the Arthur Smith hot seat. In his first 2 seasons as head coach, he's had back-to-back double-digit losing seasons. This year, it's playoffs or get fired. In my opinion, if this team starts slow, players could see the writing on the wall and quit on their coach. While an excellent offensive mind, it's unproven that he can be a successful head coach. This goes hand in hand with the second thing I don't like, and that is an unproven quarterback. To be clear, I like Desmond Ridder quite a bit, but you're in a playoffs or bust situation, and Ridder, a second-year quarterback, only started 4 games last season. To say Ridder is an unknown is an understatement. Now, I was a huge fan of Ridder coming out of college, but your first year starting, it's go to the playoffs or your coach is fired. That's tough for any quarterback, let alone one who's in year 1 as a full-time starter. The third and biggest thing I don't like about the Falcons is the pass rush. The Atlanta Falcons only had 39 sacks in the last 2 seasons combined. Philly had 70 last year alone. While I love what Atlanta did in free agency, they really didn't address the pass rush. Calais Campbell's had 5.5 sacks last season, but will be 37 when the season starts. And Bud Dupree's only had 7 sacks over 2 injury-riddled seasons. They did draft Zach Harrison in round 3, but he really isn't a pass rusher. The Falcons defense could still end up being a good defense, but they probably won't have a good pass rush, and usually these 2 things go together. To recap the 3 things I don't like about the Falcons, I don't like the Arthur Smith hot seat, unproven Desmond Ridder, and I'm not a fan of the pass rush. Now, let's take a look at the Falcons schedule. I firmly believe a fast start is necessary, and you have a great opportunity here. The first 2 games are at home versus winnable opponents, then you travel to Detroit and play Jacksonville and London. The following 2 weeks are 2 more home games, so out of the first 6 weeks, only once do you travel to an opponent's stadium. I firmly believe that you can get to the bye week, week 11, with a winning record. From there, you would play the Saints twice in the final 7 weeks of the season, including a Week 18 game in New Orleans, which could be for the NFC NFC South title. Overall, this is a very favorable schedule and you have an excellent opportunity for a fast start. I will say this, after week 6, if you're not at least 3-3, this season could get ugly and it would be unlikely Arthur Smith remains Falcons head coach. Now, let's look at the yearly win total odds. Across the board, the magic number is 8.5 and action is heavy on the over. If you don't understand sports betting, check out my tutorial video here. I do like the over for the Falcons, but you rely on a lot of unknowns. Arthur Smith is not a proven winning NFL head coach. Desmond Ritter's only started 4 games in the league and John Robinson's never even played in the NFL. I would definitely not recommend betting on the Falcons, but I do like the over and expect the Falcons to finish with a winning record this year. Tomorrow I break down their division rival, the Carolina Panthers, and you can check out me previewing your favorite team on this playlist here. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.